Ugh. All right, shall we get rolling? I guess Non-Pon will catch up with us when he gets there, because we don't have Van Zeeks yet anyway, do we?
Yeah, we're not in the court just yet.
All right, well, hey, let's start zooming along. I'd introduce myself, but no one fucking cares. So next we have Lania. Tell us all about Chris's stream.
Chris leads the raid group Blitz in Final Fantasy XIV and does RPG long plays.
All right, Chris, tell me why he.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why he.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
All right, maybe he doesn't want to sing today. We got Shy, who can definitely tell us about Lania's stream.
Yeah, we've been having some very, very great streams. Last Saturday, we had this pleasure to hear Lania actually sing some wonderful Sonic tunes, playing some Sonic Frontiers, and got a couple more hours in on Cyberpunk 2077. And I know coming up on Tuesday, we're doing more Star Ocean, and yeah, we're all looking forward to that.
Hey there. Sorry I'm slightly late.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, I missed it. Did you get your PB?
Yeah, it wasn't that great. I'm gonna go after this. I'm gonna go take a fucking anger dump.
You still got it.
Work, Shy.
You got it.
Oni, tell me what your favorite type of cheesecake is.
Ooh, man, I could talk. Listen, I could talk about food literally for hours, so I don't think I'm not gonna hold us up with that for real. But you know, long story short, original is kind of good, but that's not the correct answer for me. Anyway, yeah.
Nice.
And Non-Pon, tell us about Oni's stream.
I watch Oni play Shadow Hearts, and then I saw that there's some kind of Paper Mario quick time event with every battle that you do, every attack, and it looked kind of cool, but it also looked kind of frustrating because the spinner wheel is like at an angle, and I don't know how he nails those every time. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I watch Oni stream.
Thanks, Non-Pon.
Thanks,
I
Non-Pon.
raid Oni the other day, but he stopped streaming just as my raid went off.
Oh, that was on purpose. Yeah, he saw you were doing that, and
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, to be fair, I do that too. I'm like, oh shit, fuck this.
It's like, oh god, they're reading me. Oh, panic. Hold on, let me get this up here.
All right. So, whence we left off, we were back with Mr. Saucy Nutsmeg. And things were not going so saucy.
Can you please catch me up on everything I've missed and how Zeeks is back? Like, please help.
We don't
I
know
haven't
yet.
actually run into Van Zeeks yet.
Oh,
That'll be
okay.
Today.
It's
Okay.
probably today.
My bad. I obviously wasn't here.
Wow, spoilers. Spoilers,
Yeah,
Non-Pon.
get
No!
spoiled. Why else would I be here? Why else do you think I'm here? All right, hold on.
All right, Oni, you want to lead us in?
Yeah, sure. I have no idea who this is, but excuse me. Oh, that's
Oh, that
you.
was- yeah.
Inspector Gregson.
I couldn't help overhearing what you just said, and on that note, I have some good news and some bad news.
Oh.
What do you want first?
Always, every time, the bad news comes first.
No, that'd be me.
When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle.
Right, well, in that case, the good news it is.
You just saved a bunch of car insurance by switching to Geico.
Huh?
Sorry sorry, but it's just a lot easier to explain everything that way. Plus, I'm a dick.
And why did you ask me my preference?
You just say I'm a dick.
Oh no, I have to fix something. Where are you?
As you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shamspear, was just unconscious. He's come round now.
Yeah, we saw it happen in all its terrifying glory.
He's still being treated by the doctors, but we managed to get a written statement from him already.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsume?
Oh, thank goodness. It's all over then. I can leave this somber cell?
I'm sorry, no, that's not in the cards.
What?
Why ever not, Inspector?
Mr. Shamspears implicated someone as being responsible for what happened last night.
Implicated someone?
Oh dear.
You don't mean...
I'm sorry to say I do, yes. He pointed the finger at you, Mr. Natsume.
All right, everybody's back on screen. Good job.
Congratulations. By sweet poison did he seeketh to end my life. That wickedest cantif Soseki Natsume.
No!
So I'm afraid you'll be appearing in court as planned. You'll be wanting to make the necessary preparations. I've got a window somewhere.
No!
And so, once again, Soseki-san found himself having to take the dock in the Old Bailey. Excuse you? Whether his room was haunted or whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. The following day, I would represent him in court and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him. To be continued.
All right, I'll see y'all next week. That was good hustle. All right.
Yeah, great work, everybody.
Good
That was
job.
awesome.
That was great.
Good job, bro.
I had a good time.
Fucking Chris, I really love the part.
I really think non-pun and I's presence added something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Listen, we'll give you executive producer credits.
Thanks.
22nd February, 9:23 a.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. Ah, the Old Bailey. This place always makes me feel strange, like a slight fizzing sensation at the base of my penis. I seem to get chills down my spine and break out in a nervous sweat, all at the same time. Well, I didn't think I'd be back here so soon.
That's my line.
Hey, good guess.
Good morning.
Ah, good morning, Mr. Natsume.
It was only 2 days ago that I was declared not guilty here.
Yeah, we somehow managed to prove he didn't stab Miss Green in the back.
But now this! Another morning, another murder, and here I am again in this hellhole! Can't keep coming to court!
I'm beginning to think he's right. It really does seem as though he's cursed.
Naruhodo, I'm afraid I have bad news. Oh! Mr. Natsume, good morning.
Yes, morning.
So, here we are again.
Yes, again. Judicial Assistant Miss Namiko Tama Esquires. What's the bad news?
Dear, you heard, did you?
If you come in shouting at the top of your voice, people can't help hearing what you say!
My guy, you need to like calm
I am
down.
sorry.
He's gonna
You've
swear
done nothing
now.
wrong, Miss Susato.
Well, it seems that the prosecution in today's trial will be led by Lord Barak Van Zeeks.
Me? That's me.
Van Zeeks?
Oh, oh no! Oh no!
The so-called Reaper of the Bailey, the most legendary prosecutor in the land, destroying cases upon cases of Chussies with every single court battle. In the trial 2 days ago, he pursued Soseki-san and I relentlessly. Of course, by the skin of our teeth. We managed to pull through, or out, but still.
Perhaps Mr. Natsume's acquittal in the last trial wasn't the end of the matter, after all.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. The legend of the Reaper that says, nothing can save a person in the dick when Lord Van Zeeks is the prosecutor.
Oh no!
But even if that person is found not guilty, the accused will meet a mysterious end one way or another.
And we've experienced it firsthand. A man we successfully defended met the most terrifying end after his acquittal, right here in the Old Bailey. Listen, motherfucker. There we go.
Do I have to put up with those ice-cold eyes boring into my soul again? Cursed by evil spirits and now by the Reaper! Pair of petrifying perils, potentially.
Well, if it's potentially, at least you appear to have hope, Mr. Natsume.
Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Yeah?
I'm innocent. You have to believe me. You more than anyone now.
Don't worry. I'll be your steadfast ally every step of the way in this battle. I promise. And this promises to be a hard battle, I fear. I have to sneeze.
Hello.
Isn't right.
The trial is scheduled to begin shortly. We should move into the courtroom.
I bet. Let's go.
Yes, I forgot to say. I'm afraid he won't be able to make it. Mr. Sholmes, I mean.
What a tragedy.
That's probably for the best.
Oh,
If he were here, I might be tempted to rely on his help. And that could be seen as a weakness. If Lord Van Zeeks were to notice, he'd prey on it mercilessly.
Good save.
Yo, what up, Mash? Thanks for the raid, homie. How are you? At least that's my gut feeling.
Mr. Naruhodo.
You're right. Yes, you're so right. Oh, well said, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Well said.
I swear on this sword at my side and on the spirit of Cosma that it harbors. I'll show him what a Japanese lawyer can do. I'll set you free with honor. Yo, how was Stream Mash? What up?
Oh yes.
#22nd February, 9:40 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
Chris, you got this.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
What game are you working on,
I
dude?
now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is ready.
The defense is ready, my lord.
Readiness for the trial, my learned Nipponese friend, is not what the defense needs.
Yeah, what up,
What you need is readiness for your inevitable defeat.
It's not just in my imagination. It's really there. Lord Van Zeeks has such an animosity towards us Japanese for some reason. Is it our Gundams?
It was some time ago that he first became known as the Reaper of the
Yo,
Bailey.
Borderlands 2 is such a fucking good game.
These past few years, he hasn't appeared in court at all.
Yet now he's back in the courtroom, though for some reason. Only when I'm defending. This Reaper, with his curious disdain for us Japanese, is a prosecutor shrouded in mystery and racism. Still, this isn't the time to be pondering that. I have to concentrate on Soseki-san's trial. You to judge.
Furthermore, I now call upon the 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
I'm not a giant woman.
I'm a giant.
You have been chosen at random to represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to fulfill your journey?
I'm so ready to see fucking Garadeb again. Oh, Jesus.
Absolutely! I had a feeling this Larkin wasn't innocent before.
Yo, I feel you, Mash.
Must say that I feel especially ruthless on days when my hat refuses to sit right.
I've been doing Fallout Dust Mod, and I gotta tell you, I'm crippling that
So
game.
random.
Well, I rather like how you're wearing your hat. I think the ruthlessness look is very fetching, actually.
I need to be somewhere at 10 o'clock. I have a very important meeting. Let's make this quick.
I couldn't agree more. I need to take me home 5 bob tonight, or the missus will go through the roof.
I was hoping that guy would be back.
Oh, may the Lord show us all the light here, and lead his flock to the righteous verdict.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's the best part about games. Have fun.
Very different to our own, isn't it?
It's random.
It's totally random.
It's extraordinary to think that the power of judgment is in the hands
Go follow
of
Mash.
the public,
6 random members.
and that the judge can only pass sentence when all jurors are in agreement about the defendant's guilt.
Six citizens of London, chosen at random. Or at least that's what they tell us.
The prosecution would draw attention to the fact that the accused was on trial here but 2 days ago. Accordingly, where possible, the same jurors have been asked to return for duty today. Not rigged.
Hey,
Not rigged.
how this is supposed
Fair
to
trial.
work at all.
Rigged.
Very well, let us commence this clearly rigged trial. Lord Van Zeeks, your opening statement, please.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is not the intent of the prosecution to cast doubt over your past decision, although I still do. However, the innocent verdict afforded to this eccentric Japanese before has had dire consequences. Did the accused repent for his wrongdoings in that affair? Far from it.
Wait, we having affairs in here? What? Gross.
Damn, I feel left out.
Yeah, fuck.
Instead, he used his freedom to perpetrate a most blood-curdling crime,
I mean, he has thrown up gang signs.
namely that of the attempted murder of his neighboring lodger, an innocent Englishman.
Exclamation point.
To explain the circumstances of the crime, the prosecution calls its first witness to the stand.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're just doing opening statements, dude. You can't start calling.
I can do
Jeez.
whatever I want.
I mean, to be honest,
Don't make me do that again. The
what is it with
detective responsible for investigating the scene and the accused himself. What?
Gang signs right off the rip.
Witnesses, your names and occupations, please.
Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard's Homicide Division.
I thought you went to jail or something. What the fuck?
Ah, Soseki Natsume from the Empire of Japan.
How does he still have his job?
Oh, this is like set before the end of the last game. It's weird.
Okay.
It's weird.
My government ordered me to come here as a student to study our language, your language and culture.
Mr. Natsume,
Yes, my lord, sir.
I'm quite sure I'm not mistaken. That you swore an oath never to set foot in my courtroom again. I remember it as if it were yesterday.
The day before, in fact, my lord. But close enough.
You're a fucking narc, bro.
Believe me, this is the last place that I want to be.
Inspector, let's hear from you first. Explain the case for the court.
Right you are, sir. The incident occurred at the Garadeb household where the defendant has lodgings. In the ground floor room of the victim, Mr. William Shamspeare. The defendant has already admitted to visiting the victim on the night in question. Mr. Shamspeare collapsed in his room as a result of poisoning by strychnine.
Jesus. It's a heavy one.
He was found the following morning when the landlord, suspecting something was wrong, broke down the door.
This means, I presume, that the door to the victim's room was locked at the time of the incident.
Oh boy, another locked door puzzle. I've never seen one of these. Can someone help me
Oh.
through this?
I'm so shocked.
Correct, my lord. It was locked from the inside, making entry to or exit from the room impossible.
Oh god, I've heard this before.
No, you haven't.
Actually, you haven't heard it yet.
No,
Chronology.
God fucking dare. I
Although
will
the victim-
suplex you through a table.
No, that's Susato's job. Although the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, lives to tell the tale, he very nearly didn't. The man was halfway to heaven when we first found him.
Hmm.
Things that
I
make
would-
you go, hmm.
I was the first officer on the scene, my lord. I have a photographic print here that I took at the time to show how it looked.
Yes, chilling scene indeed. The man looks very much deceased.
He's dead, Jim.
He's dead.
That's right. Everyone present believed that's exactly what he was.
Very well, I shall accept this photographic print as evidence for the court.
The crime scene photograph has been entered into the court record.
Now then, Mr. Natsume.
Yes, yes, yes!
As the defendant, do you have anything to say at this juncture?
Uh, they're haunted. Haunted by evil spirits.
Good gracious, what's haunted?
My lodgings! There's been a whole series of strange happenings in my lodgings.
Now I'm trapped in the closet.
Wasn't me.
The tenant before me died in mysterious circumstances. A woman was stabbed by no one on the streets outside. My neighbor was poisoned. And me! What about me? I've nearly been killed countless times.
Killed, Mr. Natsume? How?
Even on that fateful night, it happened. When I returned from Mr. Shamespeare's room, I lit my gas stove and climbed into bed, but before long, the stove went out, and somebody tried to kill me.
You must always extinguish all fires before retiring for the night, Mr. Natsume.
But it's so cold. My runny nose would freeze. The point is, I didn't poison my neighbor. Oh, why am I being accused of this? Why is my existence so cursed?
Thank you, witness. I believe we have a relatively clear picture of the events now.
If I could raise one more point, my lord. One more conclusive point.
Conclusive? Go on.
Fortunately, the victim, Mr. Shakespeare, has regained consciousness after his ordeal,
Oh, what a surprise.
and he has named the true culprit.
Is it not Natsume? Ah,
The poison consumed by the victim was administered in a cup of tea that he drank on the night in question. Tea, my lord, that was brought to the victim's room by the accused.
what?
Case closed.
I don't know. This sounds kind of sussy.
Order, order.
Yes, that's the crux of this whole case.
So this is the second case in the second game.
If Soseki-san is innocent, then why? Why has the victim accused him?
Well, Mr. Natsume, what do you have to say to this accusation?
That evening. Yes.
You
I
okay?
did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shakespeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I brought boiled water especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again. Never!
Fine, more for me, dog. Throw it over here.
Does have strychnine in it, Ghost.
The public pump was frozen, you say?
That's not information you've heard before.
That will do, thank you. Now, according to our laws, the defense must have the opportunity to cross-examine the witness at least once. Therefore, I call upon these witnesses now for formal testimony. I presume there's no objection. Defense, you have 30 seconds.
Fuck you.
None whatsoever, my lord.
Good. You will now give your account of the events on this night in question to the court.
My God. There we go.
Yes, my lord.
Damn, you excited, homie? Oh shit. Bro, I just literally turned you on mute. Like, stop.
It's a Moogle. What do you expect it to do?
Nah, this shit like heinous anus right now. Fuck. The catastrophic night.
It was around 9 o'clock that evening when I visited my neighbor, and I took some tea with me as a gift. We had a heated literary debate over a nice hot drink, after which I went back to my room at around 11. My tea was completely harmless. He couldn't have locked the door behind me otherwise, could he?
Strychnine takes some time to have an effect on the body. People don't keel over immediately after taking it. No firsthand. The victim would have been perfectly able to lock the door after his guest left. The argument still stands.
Yes, I see. It all seems relatively straightforward.
Excuse me, but that testimony does raise one rather crucial point, I think. Mr. Natsume claims his tea to have been harmless. Presumably, though, the teacups have been examined for traces of the poison, haven't they?
Why didn't I think of that?
Because I'm just that good.
I love tea, dude.
Well, as it happens, no. We haven't been able to.
Oh, why not, Greg Z?
Did I hear you correctly, Inspector? That Scotland Yard has failed to do their fucking job again.
Yeah, that'd be correct.
How could you have overlooked something so important? Isn't it the first thing you should have done?
My learned Japanese friend is falsely incensed.
Ah,
The inspector said Scotland Yard was unable to examine the tea. Not that it was overlooked.
oh my god. What, did you do it with your secret fucking laboratory? Unable? Why?
It's simple enough. There was none left, not a drop. Someone must have been very thirsty indeed. Oh,
Listen, I don't come to your house and criticize you.
With current scientific techniques, it's not possible to test for poison under such circumstances.
We only need a drop, but that one drop does actually have to exist, funnily enough.
The lack of examination, notwithstanding, it appears nothing other than the tea passed the victim's lips on the night in question.
Ah,
I mean, we do have evidence to the contrary there.
evidence in this court?
Less likely than you think.
I see, thank you. The matter is now clear.
No, it's not. Shut the fuck up.
Cast your eyes over the jury, my learned friend.
What?
You can see in their faces, I'm sure, the recognition of the accused's guilt.
They were just here yesterday. I don't think this is random.
Her client's fate is all but sealed by a fair trial.
Totally fair.
Totally fair.
Totally fair.
In mere moments from now, you will lose, and your compatriot will be damned for all eternity.
He's right. I can feel all 6 of the jurors looking daggers at me. Shh. But I can't let them beat me down. I won't.
Counsel for the defense, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. The catastrophic night.
It was around 9 o'clock that evening when I visited my neighbor, and I took some tea with him as a gift.
Were you and your neighbor good friends then? Oops.
No, we weren't friends. Not at all. Not at all. Never, ever.
Are you sure about that?
A simple no would have sufficed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most of them are traceable. Don't buy into that shit.
Then, why did you decide to pay him a visit?
Mr. Shamspear fancies himself as having great literary knowledge. As a fellow scholar of English literature, we find much to talk about together.
Come now. No Japanese can understand the finer points of English literature.
Ah, yes. The finer points of English literature, such as bum titty wee wee.
And
That's a classic.
And on the night in question, that was the topic of conversation as well, I presume?
It was the day of my last trial, when I was acquitted. I'd have just arrived back at my lodgings when I ran into Mr. Shamspear outside on the street. It was around 6 o'clock. We exchanged one or two pleasantries, but it soon turned into a heated discussion. He was on his way out at the time, though. So I promised to visit his room that evening at 9 to continue our debate. But did I have ill intentions?
Friendly intentions. Shoutouts to Noisia.
No, not one, not two, not any, not at all. Never, ever.
Simple no would have sufficed, I feel.
Sheesh.
Then tell the court what happened when you visited the victim's room.
We had a heated literary debate over a nice hot drink, after which I went back to my room at around 11.
Hold up. Main.
A literary debate about Shakespeare's work, I think you said, didn't you?
Shakespeare, a very worthy topic of conversation, I must say.
Oh yes, my lord. Romeo and Juliet, who was stronger? It was a profoundly pleasurable parley.
Romeo and Juliet?
Who was stronger?
I know I'm going to regret asking this, but how did the debate go?
Well, we both agreed that we would reach a conclusion more quickly with a reenactment.
So they kissed?
Yep.
So we battled it out in a Greco-Roman style, naturally.
It's wrestling, but very homoerotic.
Oh.
Actually, if I recall, it's based really more on grapples, and it's a lot of groundwork.
Huh.
What?
Mr. Shamspear had all sorts of costumes in his room for just such a contest.
So when you say a reenactment, you mean you were actually in costume? Oh, did this idiot slip himself his own poison? Jesus fuck.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Oh my god.
He is Romeo, I is Juliet, and after a vigorous, wild tussle,
Yeah, they fucked, dude. They fucked.
I, as Juliet, came out on top. A victory I'll cherish forever.
I dare not imagine the terrible scene of carnage.
The fact remains that it was you who prepared the tea and looked it to the victim, correct?
I boiled the water in my room and made a pot to take it with me.
Basically, I
I
mean.
heard that he was too poor to have tea himself, you see.
Yeah, he was eating soap last week. Yeah, it's true. There were no signs of any tea leaves in the man's room.
I wanted to do something nice, to be friendly. So why is everyone looking at me like with such suspicion?
Because you keep throwing up gang signs in the middle of a trial.
I was really about to say sussy baka.
Yeah, is he your little sussy baka?
No.
Aww.
My tea was harmless. Of course it was.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, no.
Do you have any basis for this statement, witness?
My tea was completely harmless. How could he have locked? He couldn't have locked the door behind me otherwise, could he?
Hold up. Yeah, there was not a drop of tea left in the victim's room anywhere, was there?
That's correct. Anyone would think the fella never had a pot of tea in his before. He must have licked it dry.
Damn. Is he that thirsty?
He's a thirsty little. Anyway, which is a pity, because one drop is all we would have needed to analyze it for poison.
Swab the rim. That's what I do. Drives him wild.
Oh my.
And you say that you returned home to your room at 11 o'clock, Mr. Natsume?
Yes, definitely. By heaven and earth, I swear it.
The landlord was able to verify that, as it happens. He confirmed that the defendant went back to his room at 11 that night.
Yardub's weird.
And how was the landlord able to attest to this?
He's a stalker. He said it was the lamps, I believe.
The lamps, Inspector.
When tenants return to their rooms and start using gas, the lamps in other parts of the house flicker.
Yes, Mr. Gardup seems to pay a lot of attention to the comings and goings of his tenants.
There's only one key to Mr. Shamespeare's room. I know that for certain.
Let's just agree to disagree on that one, bud.
So he must have locked the door himself from inside his room.
The victim has confirmed that to be the case, yes.
So I'm right. My tea was harmless. Completely harmless. If you take poison, you die. Everyone knows that.
Well, how about
It's not that simple, I'm afraid.
What do you mean?
that? That boy needs therapy.
I'm gonna kill you.
That boy needs therapy.
That boy needs therapy. Strychnine
She's
takes some
enough.
time to have an effect on the body.
Sorry, did I cut someone off?
No, I was just continuing the reference. Go for it.
I don't want to step on a joke.
Anyway, people don't keel over immediately after taking it.
People die when you kill them. Oh, fuck.
The victim would have been perfectly able to lock the door after his guest left. The argument still stands.
There we go. I fucking...
Hold it!
How long does it take for symptoms to appear then? Inspector Gregson, show us your fucking chemistry PhD.
According to the coroner I was speaking to at the yard, about 30 minutes after the poison's consumed. Then the victim suffers violent convulsions, cramping, and stiffness, and eventually dies from asphyxiation.
Wait, why can't we just get the charges dropped? They would have to formally rearrest and rebook him. So there's a 30-minute interval between when the poison is ingested and the onset of symptoms. There seems to be a lot of different types of poisons in the world, that's for sure.
Oh dear, death by poisoning again. Always so awful.
30 minutes is a long time,
That's what she said.
sometimes. Certainly long enough for the victim to have locked the door behind the accused after he left.
Well, you can't deny that. And it further degrades Soseki-san's alibi.
I have the medical report from the doctor who examined the victim here, my lord. It spells it out, really. The accused is the only person who could have done it.
Oh, all the characters in these games are fucking wild, Emmy.
Very well, the court will add this report to the court record as evidence.
The victim's medical report has been entered into the courtroom. Court record. Bleh!
Oh yes, I see it here. Delayed onset of symptoms.
Great!
The victim would have been perfectly able to lock the door after his guest left. The argument still stands.
Hold it!
The argument still stands, you say?
That is what Mr. Natsume has been saying, isn't it? The pair of them drank tea together that night, so if there was poison in it, the victim wouldn't have been able to lock the door after the accused left later on.
Exactly! My tea are innocent! Sweet and innocent, I tell you!
I'm afraid, sir, that doesn't follow. You see, strychnine is a slow-acting poison. In other words, it takes time for symptoms to appear. So you
Oh, I am the
left room
circus.
up to 30 minutes after the victim drank the tea,
How are you, Epic Sax guy?
and as long as you did that, Mr. Shamspear could have locked the door after you'd gone.
But no! We drank the tea straight away. the battle over whether Romeo or Juliet was stronger, that came after the tea.
Hmm.
Do you have any evidence to support that statement?
That's a no.
In my great homeland, the Empire of Japan, we have a saying. Drink tea while it's hot.
Yeah. Sure. A proverb will satisfy the prosecution.
I'm afraid there's no conclusive evidence to support the defense's assertion. Contrary, there are sufficient grounds to infer his guilt in this matter.
No.
Hmm. That's the extent of their testimony, is it?
If I could voice a personal opinion, Mr. Naruhodo?
You know what they say about opinions, Susato? Of course, go ahead. I'd love to see yours.
Mr. Natsume is arguing for his innocence so adamantly and so persistently. Yet Inspector Gregson just brushes what he says aside. It's really quite infuriating.
Yeah, Gregson's a dick, huh? I agree. So, we need to find an inconsistency in what the inspector is saying, I think.
I'm afraid so. As things stand, the jurors are sure to find Mr. Natsume guilty.
As I see it, what we need to focus on is the poison and the tea. Let's listen carefully to this testimony again.
Yes.
Nah.
That's
Interesting. That one of these things does not add up. Hey, so Seki-san, what does this mean? Mr. Natsume, you say it was 11 p.m. when you left to return to your room, correct?
Yes.
No, you definitely need to solve them yourself. And Inspector Gregson, can we rely on the information in the medical report unconditionally? Because, you know, it's the police and y'all have never been wrong.
Of course we can. We're the police and we've never been wrong. There's no problem with that report, sunshine.
Smug. Look at this smug fuck.
This is probably his best sprite, not gonna lie. He's just so confident.
Bruh, you know he's got like a half chub going on. Actually, I think there's a very big problem. Do you want to help me, Inspector Gregson? It's feeding time. It's time for my Gluck Gluck Sucky McTwist. Because there's a chronological inconsistency between it and the defendant's testimony.
What? What are you on about?
Well, according to this report, the victim must have consumed the poison at around 1:30 in the morning, and yet the defendant, Mr. Natsume, left the victim's room at 11.
You dumbass.
Fucking idiot. Yeah, that's right. There's more than 2 hours of missing time there, buddy.
Oh.
In other words, if there was poison in the tea that Mr. Natsume brought to the victim's room, how could the victim have fallen ill to it 2.5 full hours after the defendant left.
The defense's argument is entirely reasonable. How do you respond, Lord Van Zeeks?
How do you retort, Johnny boy?
I can't wait to see how he pulls this one out of his ass.
I was thinking of maybe looping it back to Red. Oh yeah, that might work really well. You know what else might work? Going the fuck to sleep.
For a wine, throw the wine.
You throwing it? Are you gonna drink it, or are you just gonna fucking smash it? You just gonna throw it on the floor?
You're just gonna give it a sniff, a little sniff.
I threw it on the ground.
My dad's not a phone.
Duh.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of my mind has wandered. I was considering what
Fuck the
cuisine
police.
would best complement the
A
contents of
cab
my hollow
all day.
chassis and the luncheon. How could it have happened, you ask?
You made your mistakes? Oh, yeah, there we go.
I do hate to shatter illusions, but my Japanese friend appears to be chasing a phantom idea.
The Phantom Pain? A Phantom?
Train?
Ooh, Ghost. I love Ghost.
Is it so hard to imagine that the victim drank his tea after the accused had left? For example, at the time stated in the medical report, yes, around 1:30.
Listen, that victim is not me, where I can be too fucking busy to literally reach my hand out to fucking goddamn drink tea. Mr. Natsume brought the tea with him to drink together with his neighbor. In Japan, there's a well-known saying, drink tea while it's hot.
And in my country, there's even more apt saying. There's nothing more refreshing than cold tea.
Put this man in jail.
Oh,
Put him in jail.
Excuse you?
Yo, put him in jail right now.
Listen, I challenge each and every one of you to make a nice cup of English breakfast tea and then let it sit for 2 hours and then drink it and tell me it's not the most bitter, fucking undrinkable thing you've ever fucking tasted.
Yeah, just the way the Brits like it.
Yeah,
Dude.
man. And I also really like when the tea is like, been sitting down and then I drink the entire thing and don't leave a drop left. Like, that's when it's the best. That's like the best tea ever.
Bro, I have this Irish breakfast tea, and it's really good. It's like kind of fruity, it's kind of floral. But even after removing it from I fucking loose leaf, so I steep it for the appropriate time. If I don't drink it within 45 minutes, it literally just tastes like I'm sucking on pennies. Oh, it really tried. Closed caption definitely put penis there and corrected itself.
Clip it and mute the VOD. Clip it. Clip it.
All right, fine, I'll clip it. The point is, if there was... You know what? We have a saying in my country, too. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. There may be other ways to explain how the victim came to be poisoned. Other possibilities.
So, it's
What
time.
sorts of possibilities, Counsel? I have not been paying attention.
It's time for the soap. Let's go.
Well, for example, the man could have had another visitor.
Another visitor. At this time and place, at this time of country. Localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
That's a very bold assertion, my learned friend, for someone who has nothing to substantiate it.
Or the victim could have taken the poison of his own volition.
You suggest this may have been suicide, Counsel?
They were cosplaying Romeo and Juliet.
Mr. Shamspear has categorically denied suicide. The idea can and must be discounted.
Objection.
Yep. But he could be lying.
No.
Van Zeeks is about to just straight up murder you. I
Is he like trying to hold in a fart? Like, what's the deal here?
Is something wrong, Van Zeeks?
I was listening to the sound of the carriage pulling up outside the courtroom.
Okay, I pull up.
Pray, forgive the discourtesy.
Carriage? What carriage?
It would seem that the key player in this case has just arrived.
Oh shit, we're getting an organist in the Old Bailey? Let's go! Pump up the jams!
It's Sherlock Holmes.
Oh. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
What, like Twitch chat?
She.
Who, sir, are you?
William Shamspear, my lord. Alas, 'twas I, undone by these bitter events. I am the victim.
What? What is he doing here? Hey, yo.
The prosecution seeks to call this gentleman to the stand. With his testimony, my learned friend's futile resistance will be utterly crushed.
Man, suck a dick.
We call it wee-wee here?
Oh. Suck a heckin' wee-wee. You're calling him as a witness?
Very well, counsel. I grant your request with
Thanks, Ryan.
interest.
Yeah, it's a great
I
quote.
3 guineas a day.
Okay, that's fair and fair.
I'm curious to discover what the court shall hear from the victim himself.
Happy am I, Shamspear, to regale thee with my tale of woe, my lord.
All right, well, shit, we can do that next week. Thanks for listening to our tale of woe.
Yeet.
Yeet. Yeah, that was short and sweet. Sorry I fucking kept a speed run going so long and then beefed it
No,
at
it's
the
okay.
end.
You PB'd. It's worth it. Now, if you didn't PB, then I'd be like, what the
Dude, if
hell?
it didn't PB, I know where you live, Nonpon. You would have fucking heard the sonic boom coming off my controller when I fucking launched it through the window into orbit.
Oh my god.
Oni, you laugh. I used to run Final Fantasy 12, and about 4.5 years ago, I had a run that died to a 0.08% chance that was like 8 minutes up. in like a 6 hour. I was like 5 hours in. It was like good pace. I lost the run. I got up. I was so mad. I grabbed my shoe on the ground. And I threw it at the fucking door. To this day, I cannot, without repainting it, get the fucking shoe print off of the front door.
Oh man.
Dude, my uncle was a minor league pitcher. My dad was also just as good. Anyway, there's your fun fact of the day.
Yay, PB.
If you dig long and hard enough, there is a Twitch clip of the Nier Automata days where I lost a run, got up, threw my fucking controller on the ground. It smashes. You'll see all the inputs light up and then just blank out. You'll see it hit the ground, hear it hit the ceiling, and then hit the ground again.
Oh man.
How did you even do Nier Automata? Because I've looked up, like, I've watched some speedruns of that shit, and it's like, it looks RNG or like really tight. I don't know how you do that.
It's all execution. 100,000% execution. Let me put socks on. You're on it. I just got to grab my other phone. And then we'll extraduce everybody, but nobody gets feet for free. All right, cool. I have a controller.
Nobody gets feet for free, chat. Remember that life advice from we here.
Okay, so I have, don't mind this. I'm keeping my feet cozy. So, right, you spend half of the, I guess we'll, look, there's a way to do this. All right, this is the way to do it. So you spend half of the run, you know, holding your controller normally. Your dash swing, what have you. Let me just fucking rotate, there we go. But once you get the spear, you actually have to claw grip. And this is how you control your movement. And it's like a 2 to 6 frame window to get it right. But yeah, it's pretty gnarly. You have to go back and forth from normal to claw grip like immediately. It's fucked up. Anyway.
What is it, like you look like a dentist or something? Hold it like that delicately.
To be honest, the big secret is that we use a really unconventional control scheme that's really fucked up, and it ends up working in our favor. Anyway, we must bid you all adieu tonight. Coming in last, but I guess first in someone's heart, it's Nonpon.
I'm Nonpon. I waste money in gacha games to play Tower Fantasy, Phantasy Star Online 2, and soon Blue Protocol. And hopefully Yakuza 2 when it comes out. I'm gonna be playing that. Yeah.
Keeping it on the left side, because we all know that's the side. It's Oni.
RPGs, fighting games, all that. Oh, art. Yeah, right, art. Oh, also ramping up to see what what I'm gonna do really for my birthday. What am I gonna do for my birthday? I don't know.
When that be?
The 20th. I'm gonna be trying to do something all week that week though, like stream wise. So
Yeah.
Look out for it, I guess.
Bubba, I'm trying to go into the city so we can meet up with Tip. Do you want to meet up with Oni and we could all get ramen together?
Ramen?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, boy. Shy.
Okay, you boy.
Go ahead.
Hello. Thank
Go
you
ahead.
for having me. If I remember correctly, this week we were doing Phantasy Star.
No.
Yes? What? Huh? What?
We
Star
were
Ocean.
Star Ocean.
Oh.
They're like the same game. Go on.
Yeah, Star Ocean. We were talking about Phantasy Star 4 earlier, and it just... Star Ocean, the Divine Force tomorrow, then on Thursday, Lon has her weekly collaboration with one Eris von Jabberwock in Haven. And, refresh me, we're doing... I know we're doing,
Cyberpunk and Turing test.
Exactly. What she said. She's got a better brain than I do.
And that's on
Chris.
Saturday, because you didn't finish that.
Who helped out the stream in more ways than one today. Chris, tell us more.
Turns out it helps if you do your outro while not muted.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'd recommend.
Hi, I'm Chris Reyes. I'm leader of the raid group Blitz in Final Fantasy XIV. I also do long plays and voice acting in my own stream. And this week we'll be finishing Might and Magic 8 and figuring out what is next.
And Lania.
Well, since Shai did my entire, extroduction, I'm just gonna say, Yos, as a sports ball person, did you see the dude from the Detroit Lions who filmed his introduction wearing a Naruto headband and introduced himself as the Hokage of the hidden village of the D?
Jesus.
That
All
was
right,
excellent.
here's your task, Lania.
Mhm.
Tell us about Chris Naga, who just rated. Hi, Chris. I love you.
Hi. Okay. My task is to tell us about Chris Naga. Chris Naga is playing Resident Evil, and I now follow them, and I'm just gonna assume they do horror game speedruns. Why not? That's what you do now, Chris Naga. That's your new thing.
That is now what you do, Chris. That's what you gotta do. Well, all right, friendos. I
Also, be
think.
kind to each other.
Yeah, I thank you all. Any parting words?
Be kind to each other, and tell, since Sharky's not here, tell people you love how you feel about them, because you never know how long you've got.
Fair enough. Anyone else?
Stay strong, everyone.
True.
Also, Phantasy Star is not Star Ocean.
You know what? I'm gonna mute now. But thanks for raiding in, Chris. Better luck with runs tomorrow. Same for us. I'm gonna try and do some research if I get a little bit of free time tomorrow. We'll be back with some Crisis Core Reunion speedruns, maybe some 15 work, keeping that loose and fresh for RPG Limit Break coming up in a few weeks. We'll give you the rundown of the commands. If you like talking about food or speedruns or fucking non-pun wrecking my shit, feel free to join us in the Discord. We like to talk about food and music and speedruns and art. If you haven't subbed to the YouTube, it's a great place to catch up on the speedrun PBs, on all of the fucking content we've been putting out. And hey, maybe YouTube partner one day. If you're in the US and looking for a PC, definitely check out our friends over at Skytech. They've been super sweet to me, giving me components to make a computer strong enough to capture like 4 models at the same time, which is a very demanding process, really. But yeah, discount code there, and a little kickback for me. If you're a tea drinker, definitely check out the blends I put together on Adagio. I literally subsist only on tea and protein. So definitely good blends, and the proceeds benefit the Trevor Project. Last but not least, if you want to support the stream via gifts or have suggestions of things that would improve the stream or streaming quality, definitely check out the Throne wish list. And if you're a content creator and hey, you think that's a good idea, you'd love to have something like that, DM me. I literally have hundreds of invite codes to just give away. And because we have one coming up, commissions. If you need anything 3D printed or you want a bitchin' custom keyboard, click there. But for me, I got to call it a night. Thank you so much for the raids, the bits, and hanging out with us tonight. I truly appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do some Crisis Core, like I said, some 15. I'm probably going to work on some Fallout Dust, which has been absolutely brutal as a playthrough, but incredibly enjoyable. So thank you all very much, and have a terrific night. Y'all, keep on keeping on.